Hello everybody, welcome to Finance 303. I'm going to give you guys an overview of the course, but make sure you read the whole syllabus. It's got a lot of great information in there. Here's your team, that's me. I am Dr. Piloff. I am the course coordinator. I oversee pretty much all the aspects of the course. I am also one of the professors. We've got three excellent professors, Dr. Anderson, Dr. Horstmeyer, and Dr. Lee. We also have a great set of 8 TAs. You can see them there. These are students that have taken this class, done well in this class, know the material in this class, and are a wonderful resource for you. And finally, we have a graduate assistant who's going to be extremely helpful with the exams, can get you information about your particular exam after it's taken, help us get grades up there in a timely way. So Samya is going to be real valuable as well. Here's the truth about this class. A lot of you guys may have heard things, so I'm going to give you the truth on it. The team loves teaching finance, and we love finance. We enjoy teaching the class, and so it's something we enjoy doing. We want you guys to succeed, and more importantly, we will help you succeed. You'll see this class is very organized. The expectations are very clear. There's no surprises. We know what we want to teach you. We will teach you that. You'll get to practice that, and then you will be tested on that. Some of you guys are going to love this class. It will be your favorite class. You're going into this saying, I want to be a finance major. You will come out of it saying, I am so happy I'm a finance major. Others of you will decide, I want to add a finance major or I want to change to a finance major. Some of you guys will find the class interesting and rewarding. There's a lot of really good material. You can put a lot of work in and get a lot out of it. A lot of you guys are going to perform well and earn high grades. Despite the fact that the class can be challenging, many students do quite well and really earn it because that means they did well, means they really knew their stuff, which is wonderful to see. It's really important. This class requires understanding, not memorizing. So what that means is you do a problem and you get the right answer, you are not done. What I suggest doing is saying, okay, now that I've done it, let me pretend I'm the instructor, let me pretend I'm the teacher, I'm the TA, and let me explain it, let me teach it. Here's what's being asked, here's the information that's given, here's how we're going to use that information, here's why this might be irrelevant, here's where we use these two things to get this and use this to get that. So this helps identify things that you maybe don't understand, and if anything is unclear, go ahead and seek help. We've got office hours, we've got labs, we have discussion board, email a TA, can catch professors often before or after class. A lot of resources there to help make sure you guys really know what's going on. Course grades, just a straight weighted average. So there are 4 tests, and they account for a total of 65%. You can see your highest score gets 20% weight, your lowest score gets 10. So we don't drop an exam, but it gets weighted less. The finals are at 25%. There's 3 percentage points that are really just based on following directions and doing things in a timely manner. And then there's a slight difference. If you're in one of the Monday, Wednesday sections or you're in the DL1 section, then the graded assignments are worth 12 percentage points, 12%. If you're in the Tuesday class, your graded assignments are worth 7 percentage points, and the extra 5% is going to come from in-class quizzes. And Dr. Horstmeyer will have more information for you on the specifics of how those will work, but there's a slight difference between the one section and the rest of the sections. We take a straight up weighted average and it corresponds to your grade. So 97.2 or greater gets you an A+, and you can see the various ranges. 2 key numbers are 69.0, that's the grade needed for a C. That's what's considered passing, successfully completing a class in the School of Business. And B- requires a 79.0 or higher, and a B- is essentially what's needed to be a finance major. There'll be 4 tests. They'll be given on either Monday or Tuesday. Monday for the Monday, Wednesday sections, Tuesday for the DL section, the Tuesday section. You can see the dates there. DL1, plan on taking the test Tuesday at 7:30 a.m. Everybody else, take it during your lecture. There will be a final that will be cumulative. Right now we've tentatively have that scheduled for 10:30 on Friday, December 14th for the DL1 students. Everybody else will take it at the time that is consistent with the GMU exam schedule. There's also a bunch of makeup days if you miss an exam. If it's excused and documented makeup, there's no deduction. If it's an unexcused situation, there's a 30-point deduction. So sometimes a student might sleep through a test, or they have a vacation scheduled and they miss a test. They can take a makeup, but there's a 30-point deduction. I mentioned that there were some easy points from following directions. Filling out the information on your Scantron form in the front of your test is worth a couple of percent on your grade. So you start with 20 points per exam, and then if you don't fill out the info section or you don't fill out the cover pages, then there's some deductions. We'll give you time before the test to do that. There's no reason to not get all these points, and we add up the points earned over all 5 tests, the 4 tests and the final, and hopefully you got 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20 and got yourself an easy 100. Graded assignments. There are 23 assignments, and they're due on various days. The schedule is laid out in the syllabus. The reason we have so many assignments is they intended to help you guys stay current. There are roughly 315 questions that I've written that are part of the assignments. Before you lose it, wait till I explain how things work. Each question is worth 1 point. Your grade is the number correct divided by 2.10. The maximum grade is 100, which means if you answer 209 or more questions correct over the course of the semester, you would earn 100. So 315 is a big number. It sounds like a lot, but you can see there's a tremendous amount of slack built in where you only need 209 questions, which is maybe like 15 questions a week, which is feels like a much more reasonable number, I think, to you guys. So we basically give you a lot of learning opportunities, but for grading it's much more manageable. Extensions are not likely, so a lot of slack's built in. So if you get sick or you've got a work thing and you miss an exam or miss an assignment, that's built in. That's built into the process. There's unlimited submissions with correct answers carrying over, so you should submit after each problem. So you do a problem, you submit it. If you get it right, great. You move on to the next one, and that correct answer stays with you. If you get it wrong, you can try it again. So this way, even though you're submitting lots and lots of times, it's not starting over from scratch. There's a scary warning when you go to submit it, just ignore it. You guys are encouraged and allowed to work together and seek help on the assignments. They're really there to help you guys learn the material, so there's a lot of resources to take advantage of. We don't want you sitting there pounding your head against the wall. We want you, or if you're going to pound your head against the wall, at least have us helping you, so eventually the stuff will stick. Maple TA, that's the system that we're going to use for graded assignments. So you would go ahead, I'll talk about how to get access in a minute, but when you access the system, give it your first and last name. And then this is really important. This actually can earn you points. Maple TA is going to ask for a student ID. Make that your Blackboard user ID. So for me, that's just spill off. For Dr. Anderson, it would be Mander19. It's the thing that goes before @gmu.edu or @masonlive.gmu.edu for your Mason email account. Don't use your G number for your student ID. We merge. The reason we do this is that we have to download and merge, and so we merge on that Blackboard user ID. If you get the correct student ID on or shortly after September 8th, that's when I'll upload grades. You will get 130 points, and it's out of 100, so it's like getting a little bit of extra credit. Next week I'll do the same thing. I'll download the data. If that's the first time you have it, you get 120. On the 24th you get 100, and then as you start getting deeper into the semester, you can still earn points, but it's less. There's no reason to not be here to get that 130. There's one extra credit opportunity. There's a lot of materials posted. If you find a meaningful error in the course material, modest extra credit, and it's typically just 1/10 of a point on your final course grade. But that's, there's a lot of cutting and pasting that goes on, and sometimes I forget to make all the relevant changes. We want things to be as clean as possible, so let me know if you discover anything. What's required for this class? First thing is a financial calculator. TI-83 Plus or some other calculator in the family is really nice. It's got this big screen, shows you everything, and it's useful. You can use any financial calculator, but this is the one we know. We don't do a lot of fancy stuff with it, so this one works really well. Maple TA subscription, that's the system for doing the assignments. There's a link on Blackboard. You can buy it online. They'll send you an access code. They'll send you a password, and you get started right away. You can also buy your card at the Mason bookstore. You might, if you're price sensitive, you might want to compare the two prices. If you've taken this class before, or if you purchased Maple TA Access for this class in the past, you can use your own subscription. You can't use your friends or your brothers or somebody else's. And if you are going to reuse yours, you still need to register for the current term on Maple TA. You'll be redoing a lot of the same problems you already did, but you need to redo them within the context of this semester. You'll need access to Blackboard. I post lots of stuff up there, and you need your Mason Live, your GMU email account to be functional, because I send out lots of emails as well. So Blackboard, in Blackboard, if you go to course content, that's the home where all the key materials are. There's all the overheads, and those are like our textbook, those and the videos. So that's where you can access those. There's also a lot of practice problems. The test bank problems, those are the key problems in the class. The homework, the graded assignments mirror those. That's one of the reasons why there's so many, is I now have a one-to-one correspondent between every test bank problem and every graded assignment problem. And the tests will draw from those test bank problems. Many, if not all, the questions will be the same problems, just with different names and numbers. There's also a lot of old exams, so you have access to those questions. And then there's some lecture problems. Some of those we'll go over in class, but you've got kind of a full set. Especially if you wind up watching videos, they're really useful. There's links to access Maple TA, so to get it, so you can buy it, and then also links if you want to start using it to do assignments as well. There's a list of folks who are interested in being tutors. These students took this class, they did well, they shared their contact information, and they are interested in being tutors. All my role in this is to kind of connect supply and demand. It's up to the individual student and tutor to figure out all the arrangement, the fees, all that kind of stuff. There's a discussion board, and I encourage you guys to use that. If you have questions, you post it, and then the TAs can get back to you. But that's a nice forum for getting your questions answered. There's also going to be a lot of announcements. I frequently email those. There's a weekly letter where I'll say, hey, this is the material we're going over this week. These are the slides. These are the videos. These are the problems. So it really lets you know what's going to be happening. So any student in any section of this course has similar resources. So anyone can attend any lecture. Doesn't matter what section you're in. You can go to as many or as few lectures as you want. You have to take exams with your official lecture section. The other thing is, because of the in-class quizzes for students in the Tuesday section, you could go to a Monday section and you could learn, but you wouldn't be there for the quiz, and that would have an effect on your grade. So labs, which are Wednesday evenings, Monday mornings, and then Friday mornings and Friday afternoons. So it's Wednesday, Friday, and Friday. It's a chance to go and work on any problems you want. It's really particularly helpful, I think, to work on the test bank problem or the assignment problems, which are also the same as the test bank, with the TA guidance. The TAs are there; they can help you, but they're really like guided help. And anyone can attend anybody's office hours. So we've got like 12, 13, 14, 15 hours a week between the 8 TAs and the 4 instructors. Anyone can go to anyone. So if you have a question, check out the Blackboard and you'll see that someone's probably got office hours right then or sometime in the near future. And everyone has access to all the same online resources, all the videos on Vimeo, all the problems and everything on Blackboard. One thing that students have found is that regardless of what you use, regardless of whether you go to class or don't go to class, regardless of whether you watch videos or don't watch videos, this class requires substantial effort and a consistent effort. So you're a lot better off studying 2 hours a day for 10 out of 12 or 15 days than to try to jam 20 hours of studying all right before the test. And there's a focus on understanding. Do not try to memorize. Try to understand. That is the key. Everything locks into place once you understand, and it really doesn't feel nearly as overwhelming. So let's go ahead and have a wonderful semester. I know that we can make it one. Look forward to meeting everybody.